masyado akong spoiled. Yan, meron pa akong chair. Okay, iwan muna natin dito. Okay, so, I just want a show of hands. No? How many of you have already started your business, who are now business owners now? Okay, thank you so much. And how many of you are still thinking, magnenegosyo ba ako o hindi? Sino dito? Yan, no? Thank you so much, no? Kanina, ang dami kong nakausap na government employees. At sabi nila, gusto naming magnegosyo, mamiin. And I was so glad to hear that. Okay? Dahil talaga, nakita nyo naman, narinig naman natin kanina yung speaker from DTI, right? We heard the speaker from DTI who said that we, MSMEs, are the backbone of the economy. We are the biggest employers dito, no? So for the whole country. Okay, so whether you have started your business or you're already a business owner, I'd like to welcome you to my talk, which is entitled, How Successful Entrepreneurs Manage Their Business Effectively. All right. So first of all, I'm Mami N, your Mami Negosyo. My full name is Myrna Natividad. But after retirement, I have been the Mami Negosyo of so many mentees and coaching clients that they now call me Mami N. Okay, I'm a entrepreneur, retired entrepreneur. I'm a business mentor now. I am an author. I do a lot of coaching. I also am on social media. A lot of you have seen me and you're greeting me and telling me na, Mami N, follower po kami ninyo. No? So, thank you very much for the followers. So, I would like to tell you this. Successful entrepreneurs are not the smartest. Sa totoo lang. If you are smart, well, it does not mean that it's a guarantee that you will be successful. Because successful entrepreneurs are not really the smartest. They are simply the most guided. Okay? So, if at this moment you are feeling stuck, back please. No? Yan. Kung pagod na kayo, you're feeling stuck or you're feeling confused at this moment, like the many people I've been talking to in the booth this morning, no? Anak, sa totoo lang, maybe hindi naman talaga, no? It's not that you are dumb, but maybe you just need gabay. You just need guidance. Now, let me tell you about who I am, no? Okay lang ba if I tell you a little bit about me so that we will have the right context? Okay. All right, so, next. Maybe I would just say next na lang para mas maayos. All right. So, 46 years na, no? As of this year, 46 na ako na nasa negosyo. But for 40 long years, I've been trying one business after another. Because I was looking for the right business. How many of you are not contented with your business right now and you think that the answer is in another business? That was my experience. When I had my first business, all I saw were problems. And I said, maybe this is not the right business for me. Maybe there's another business out there that's better. So I listened to a lot of advice, okay, from people who did not even know what business is. So how many of you are committing that mistakes? No? Listening to influencers, listening to kumpares, kumares, listening to friends who are not even in business. That was what happened to me. And therefore, if you saw this, if you see this, this is a list of all the 20 plus businesses that I failed in. So I tried one business after another until finally, next slide please, what happened was, I found myself almost 50 million pesos in debt. This was in year 2000. Next slide, please. That is when, in year 2000, I was confused. I was depressed, suicidal. Okay, I tried actually to take my life many, many times, and I found a second chance. What happened? One night, I could still distinctly remember that night, that after trying to take my life because I did not see anymore any hope for me, so I tried to swallow a lot of pills. The Bangkok pills, if some of you still remember that. And I thought I would never wake up. But still, after a few hours, days, I don't know, I don't remember, I still woke up. And after I woke up, I was so mad. I was so angry at God. I was cursing Him and telling Him, why did you make me so stupid that I cannot make my business work? How come you're not taking my life? I've tried so many ways to take my own life. Why don't you want me? And this was the answer that I got. Slide, please. May mission ka pa. May mission ka pa, hindi ko narinig. I did not hear it sa ears ko, but I felt it in my heart. May mission ka pa? Sabi ko kay God. Kung may mission ako, bahala ka na. You take over because I no longer know what to do with my life. So slide please. And what happened? I don't anymore remember what happened after that. No, bigla na lang tumahimik, complete silence, but calm, peace came to me. And that, looking back, that was what I could pinpoint as the turning point. Slowly, I got clarity. Slowly, I was able to think of systems to install. Slowly, the team that I had, the people who were giving me problems started to leave one by one, and those who were there started to show up. And some good people started joining my team. So I started to have high-performance teams in the many businesses that were left. I started to attract mentors. I was a franchisee at that time of Chowking. The founder of Chowking was Robert Kwan. He became my mentor. I was also a franchisee or licensee of STI College. The founder was Mr. Sarte, the late Mr. Ed Sarte. He was also a mentor to me. And the right mentors came at the right time. And eventually, I started to develop faith in myself. And it took quite some time, but eventually, in just 5 years, slide please, the 30 years that took me, 30 years bago ako talagang malunod sa utang na more than 50 million, in just 5 years, I was able to pay it back. So, if that is not a miracle, I don't know what is. And that applause is not for me, it was the miracle that happened in my life. So, we retired. Nag-retire na kami and we went around, we went abroad, visited friends and neighbors, but it was boring to be retired. And that was when I realized that, maybe I should volunteer sa Go Negosyo. And when I started to volunteer, that was when I learned na this is what my mission was. Ito pala yung binulong sa akin na may mission ka pa, kaya ayaw kitang kunin. Kaya, today, I would like to share with you all the lessons, not all, but most of the lessons that I have learned. Yung general picture ng lessons ng natutunan ko in the many years that I was in business and even until now. Okay, next please. So here are the 5 lessons of highly effective entrepreneurs. The first lesson, the lesson that I teach people, even those who visited me earlier in my booth, okay, is alignment. And alignment means that don't try one business after another, after another, after another. Don't start a hardware and then go to a lechon manok stand and then go to a spa or something else. Okay? You need to be aligned to what your true business calling is. And once you are aligned, go narrow and deep. Reproduce that. Create a lot of branches. So, a lot of businesses we went through, more than 20, maybe only 6 succeeded. But eventually, we decided to close down even the successful ones. So I'm no longer a franchisee of Chowking. I'm no longer a licensee of STI because we decided that our business calling is in the jewelry business. That's why we have 27 branches in Mindanao because that is where we felt that we were needed. And that is where we could give the biggest contribution to people. No? So alignment is the first lesson. Okay, next please, no? Yon, no? Pagod ka, hindi dahil mahirap ang negosyo. Okay? Kundi dahil mali yung negosyo mo probably sa strength mo. Next please. So, ito yung symptoms ng misalignment. Next please. Pagod ka, pero you are not happy. Walang joy. Marunong ka, no? Kayang-kaya mo yung negosyo, pero hindi ka masaya. Okay? Constant friction. Ang daming problema dito, problema doon, problema dito. And then you feel that your energy is low and your confidence is low. Why? If calling mo yung negosyo mo, kahit na mamatay ka na sa pagod, ganado ka pa. That is how you can see that that is really your passion. That is really your calling. All right? And that is, in the jewelry business, that is what I found. Not because I love jewelry. Actually, this is only one of my 2 pairs of earrings that I really own. But because I can see that the gold jewelry is able to contribute so much to the life of a woman, especially during emergencies, especially in Mindanao. Okay, next. So, because of that, next please, I wrote a book to be able to show people that you need to discover your business calling and this is how you're going to get it. So, may libro, it's in my booth, and also there's an online course for that as well. You can find it in maminegosyo.com, that is my website. Now, the second lesson is the right focus. The right focus means you need to do the right thing at the right time. This was one of my major mistakes, kaya nagkautang-utang. And this is one of the lessons I'd like you to take home. Okay? Next. If you look at this table, next please, there are 4 stages of business growth, and there are 7 areas of business. For each stage, these are the things that you should be focusing on. Don't get distracted. All right? And when you're done with the first stage, you go to the second stage. Do everything there, whether you like it or not, before you go to the third and then the fourth. I am very proud to say that I was able to leave to my kids the business that is already in stage 3. And they are now working to elevate it to stage 4. Next slide. This is my mistake. This was my mistake. Okay? My mistake was to focus on the areas that I loved. I love marketing. I love people development. So if you look at the blue boxes, I was already in stage 3. Pero, I did not love finances. I love numbers, but I did not love to take care of money. And therefore, my money management was only in stage 1. So I was working on anything and everything except the management of the money. No, people did not steal, but we did not know that we were bleeding even if we were running very fast. So this is one of the lessons I want to give you. That's why I'm showing you this diagram for you to see that even if you just leave one box, that could cause your downfall. Next slide. Kaya wag tularan. Okay? Wag tularan. Do all of those 7 areas. If you cannot do it yourself, make sure somebody else is doing it very well. Okay, next. Again, there is another book that I have written. Because of what I discovered, I said, I will write a book on this. This was actually my first book. All right? And if you get the 2 books, next slide. Yan, no? And this is the next slide. If you don't get it from my booth, which is FS19, you can get it from my TikTok shop. Now, the second book, I have already expressed it differently in my website. Next slide. No, tinawag ko siyang From Masipag to Malaya. Next slide. I showed you the 4 stages of business growth. Yang 4 na yan, no? Para at least makita lang natin visually. Next slide. Yon. So, yun, no? Yung 4 na stages. Now, lesson number 3. Wait lang, no? Siguro tinatanong nyo, ano na naman kayang ibebenta ni Mami N? Hindi po ako pumunta dito para magbenta ng libro. But I just cannot help sharing it because I know how much the book, which costs only a few hundred pesos, can really save you thousands, if not hundreds of thousands or millions. No? So, okay, lesson 3. I promised you 5 lessons. Team. As early as possible, build a high-performing team. As early as possible. Next slide. I want you to remember that there is no entrepreneur who can succeed by himself or herself. Next. Yan. You really need people. No? Yung tamang tao, tamang role, at tamang training. Hindi lang basta tao. Lalo na, wag ka mag-anak. That is the downfall of most, not 100%, but maybe 90% of the business owners that I know. Some trust their relatives too much. And that is the disaster. Next. Alam nyo ba, one wrong hire can drain you. No? Sometimes they can steal millions from you and you don't know because you trust them so much. But one right hire, just one, can free you of so many of the things that you are going to do. Now, the problem is, most of us will say, eto yon, no? Sabi ng karamihan, kaya ko pa naman, Mami N. No? I can still do it. I don't have to hire. Yes, but if you do everything yourself, you are not freeing your mind to be able to think of things that could be a better strategy, a better way of doing things, a better business opportunity, better opportunities for networking. That's why delegate as soon as you can. Okay? Next slide. This is the mindset that I want you to remember. Employees, even in accounting, it's supposed to be manpower expense, but then, no, yun yung classification, but then sa totoo lang, the right employees, hindi siya expense. The right employees, hindi expense. They are multipliers. They will multiply your effort. If you're able to do this thing, get somebody to do it for you. 1 person, 2 people, 3. Then, you can do 3 times whatever you can do. Right? So, focus on the right people. Tamang tao, tamang role, tamang training. Now, lesson number 4. Relationships. I'd like you to protect your most important relationships. Sometimes we're too busy that we are no longer able to have time for the people in our lives. Especially couplepreneurs. I met a lot of couplepreneurs today. All right? Common couplepreneur conflicts are this, no? The first solution to your problem with your spouse or your partner is that you have to divide your roles and responsibilities according to your strengths. Hindi pwedeng pareho kayo ng responsibility. Okay? Like in our case, people, pinagpipingpong po kami ng aming mga empleyado. What they do is, kung hindi i-approve ni sir, punta kay ma'am. Tapos, pag hindi approve ni ma'am, punta kay sir. Ano ang result? Away. Di ba? Away. Blaming each other. And the employees would know how to, they really know how to manipulate us. Kung sinong mas malakas kay sir, siya yung lalapit, etc., etc. So, when we started, one of the wisdom that was given to us after I asked God to take over because I can no longer handle it, was my husband started to handle the money part. Okay? He was the external person. Everything external is his, sales and all. Everything internal was mine. So, we started to divide our responsibilities, which is difficult for Filipinos. Dahil ang Pinoy, ayaw masabing under desire sila. Di ba? But then, that's the only thing that can make your business work if you are couplepreneurs. No, separate roles and responsibilities and allow your wife to make decisions or allow your husband to make decisions according to his strengths. Okay? Like money decisions and of course, no, home at saka business. The financial division. Financial responsibilities have to be divided between your personal expenses and your professional or your business expenses. And finally, you have communication gap if you do not try to communicate between the two of you. There should be a time for business talk and a time for home talk. That is the reason why there are a lot of couplepreneur conflicts. Okay, so if we focus on the strengths of each one, then, next slide please, the home becomes healthy. And when the home is healthy, then the business becomes unstoppable. Now, the last one is lesson number 5, support systems. Again, as they say, no man is an island, no? So, you cannot make your business succeed by yourself. Yes, you walk with God, but God only works through people. So you need mentors. You need coaches. At my age, I'm now 70 years old. I have 5 coaches helping me. Okay? One for Facebook ads, another one for email marketing, another one for my health, another one for other things. No, I won't want to enumerate all of them, but I have 5 mentors doing it to make my business run the way it's running. And of course, there is also community. Accountability is very important because otherwise we will be distracted and going off in different directions. Okay? Next slide. I want you to remember that entrepreneurs, no matter how smart you are, if you walk alone, I promise you, you will fail. You need community. You need a very strong support system. Slide. Okay, God will give you direction, yes, but mentors will give you the shortcuts. The right mentor comes at the right time. There's a saying that when the student is ready, the teacher will come. So, we need to be ready. And of course, sometimes it's so difficult because mentors are not always approachable. They have their own schedules. So, a community will be a very strong support system. You can find the community in organizations, okay? And you can also find community in your church community, all right? And of course, you need the team. The team is what will multiply you. Whatever you can do, the team can multiply it for you. So, next. I'd like to leave you with this, no? Anak, you are not alone. You don't have to do it by yourself. Next. Not to sell you the book, I'm just telling you that you can read a book. Not only my book, I know that Boss RDR also has books. I just learned about it today. And there might be other books all around. Read as much as you can. And one thing, When you read a book, it does not mean that you have to finish the whole book. Because sometimes, kahit na one sentence lang, that could spark the breakthrough that you need. Because I believe that we are led to read the right line, the right word at the right time. And the same book that you might have read thousands of times or hundreds of times may even speak to you again. Who knows, right? Next, please. So, success, if you want to be successful in business, it's not about being perfect. There's no such thing. All right? It's about direction. We are directed in different ways. And the direction that I'm supposed to take may not be the direction that you are supposed to take at this time. Next. Therefore, I want you to leave you with this. Choose the right business according to your calling. Focus on the right stage of your business and do the right thing. And then build the right team, no? Yung tamang tao sa tamang trabaho. And then protect your relationships, your families, and of course, walk with God. So, next, maraming salamat anak. I'm Mami Negosyo, cheering for your success. And because it's Christmas, next, I'd like to give you this free PDF. Hindi naman puro benta, may libre, no? So this is a free PDF. You can download it. I'd like you to, if you notice, lahat ng aking mga sinishare are all about mistakes because I don't want you to commit the mistakes that I have committed. And these are the 10 hiring mistakes that most Pinoy entrepreneurs commit. Okay? So, I'd like to connect with you, so please connect with me, no? Even if you don't get this free PDF, just connect with me. I am in most of the social media under Mami Negosyo. And my website is maminegosyo.com. I'm sure you will not forget me, I hope. No? maminegosyo.com po. So, please, be business-minded, Pinoy.